Hi, I'm back with another key. I would like you to think about this in a little different way. First and foremost, when we learn to love, we learn to appreciate who we are, and that includes the soul. The soul, in its essence, is like a little child wanting your attention. But if we have our attention to every other place or thing or activity going on, we lose sight that our soul is here to evolve and grow. So our soul wants our attention. And when we put our attention to that soul, it's usually through a visualization or we have aware of our heart and the warming of our heart. We can have a relationship with our soul, but talking to our soul, talking to our inner nature, talking and giving words of encouragement, giving appreciation to who we really are, which is that substance of our life, which is our soul. But somehow we get away from that and move more into criticism, being angry about how something was perceived and it wasn't perceived in the right way, or we're finding that we're getting into disparaging types of comments towards other individuals. All those are sharp edges, and those sharp edges are not allowing us to know what it is to love. We know it is to be annoyed and frustrated. When we feel a sense of love, there wells up within us, usually within our heart, this warm sensation, this kind sensation, this willing to want to give and help sensation. That sometimes is usurped by our own expectations of how we want to be loved, and not realizing that maybe God is expanding us to be loved unto love in different ways. For example, we want to show appreciation for that project that we did, and we spent a long time doing that project. We want that love come back to us through the form of appreciation or validation. So they look at it as just expected of you to be able to do that. And what we're really wanting is someone to say, wow, you did a great job. Thank you. That helps us to feel as if we're appreciated and valued, which are all qualities of love. But sometimes the curveball is, can we do it regardless of what people say or don't say to us? Can we continue to love the act of what we did to do that project? That we are the first and foremost ones of giving appreciation and praise. And if we don't get it from the world or from that work group, it's not going to sink our ship. It's not going to make us feel as if we are now sad, depressed, mad, or angry. Instead, we know for the greater cause of how God is. God sometimes says, this is your test. Can you do this without expecting anything from someone else? Instead, they accept it as, hey, that's quality work. Thank you very much. And they move on. And so we have to realize that if we're putting our attention too far externally and expecting others to validate who we are, confirm who we are, acknowledge who we are, then we are really tilted too far. We have to come back to the center and realize not everyone is going to show forth the love in the way we want. We have to look at ways in which it's done indirectly or directly. Sometimes we have to change the expectations in its entirety and not even move into expecting others to show us the love in a particular way. Thanks for tuning in to Mastering Life's Adventures with Dr. Judith, where we explore life, love, leadership, and the soul's journey, and so much more. Until next time, keep growing, keep reflecting, and remember your soul's journey matters. And if this episode resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications on YouTube at Dr. Judith MLA, or you can also follow and share your thoughts on Instagram at masteringlife_adventures. Let's keep evolving together.